Thursday, it was quite an eventful end to a game today. What's the overall emotion, obviously, losing at Shrewsbury?
Yeah, disappointing because we're well in the game. We came with a game plan. We knew it was going to be a tricky game. It's two teams that need the points. It was a big game, and I think that's how the game was playing out. We were well in it, well organised, and then I think the game turns on a decision where, without wanting to say too much at this point, we're disappointed. We think it wasn't the right decision, but should probably leave it there.
Yeah, how much did that decision to send Jack Evans off affect things? It was only 6 minutes after half time, and imagine you'd gone in with plenty of positives to take from the first half, go in with a game plan, give a message to the lads, and then you've got to tear it up 5 minutes in.
Well, it's huge, isn't it? I don't think we were under any concerned pressure at any point in the first half. Yeah, we can say we could create a few more opportunities, but as I said earlier, that's where the game is. That's where it was always going to be a moment in time, a set play, something like that. But you want that to happen 11v11. And unfortunately today, we haven't had that opportunity to have 11 men on the pitch for 90 minutes.
A lot of the threat Shrewsbury did pose in the first half came from long shots, and that was probably eventually what the difference was between the teams in terms of one went in the 60th minute. Is that where you felt they hurt us most today?
I think when you go down to 10 men, naturally they're going to have territory, naturally it's going to give them a lift, naturally they're going to be on the front foot, and that happened for 10 minutes or so. I must say I thought the lads were outstanding with 10 men. I thought we kept going, I thought we dug in, I thought the lads that made their debuts today were outstanding, and they've given their lot and they're out on their feet and they're, I say without repeating myself, it was just disappointing the way the game manifested itself in terms of us going down to 10 men.
From what you've said there about how happy you were with the performance of the new lad, I know we've come away with nothing today, but it must have been a tough decision to throw them in straight away in such an important game, but as you say, they all stood up to it today.
Yeah, it was, but they're good enough. We worked really hard to try and bring the best calibre of player that we can, and we feel like we brought some really good players in. I thought the big man was excellent up front. Two young lads have come into a back three, and again they were excellent. They give us legs, they give us energy. Henry's been a great addition in goal. Yeah, let's say it kept going. TC comes off the bench again and Mullers picks him out with an unbelievable pass down to 10 men, and he gets a volley on it, hits the bar and just goes over. And do you know what would have deserved that if that nestles into the top corner for the hand we're being dealt today a little bit without wanting to speak too much about it, but you certainly can't say those lads weren't playing for the badge. The manner in which we finished the game with 10 men as well as what we delivered in the first half.
Yeah, it did really feel like something was going to happen in that last 10-15 minutes. You mentioned Muldoon already. Every time he got the ball, every time Bryn Morris got the ball, it felt like they were really trying to grab it with the scruff of their neck and make something happen. It's so unfortunate not to get
Yeah, because they're good lads, they're a good group, and they want to win, they want to do well, they want to get us out of the situation that we're in. And if we keep giving out performances like that in terms of the legs, the energy, the endeavour, yeah, we know we've got quality, we need to show more quality at times, we need to score more goals. We know all that, but certainly from a defensive aspect, the lads that we've mentioned coming in today defensively, I thought were outstanding, and we had to try and be on the front foot with 10 men as much as we possibly could. And I think for large parts of that spell, we were. Naturally, you're going to give up opportunities, and there was a few melees in the box, but that's to be expected. But no, listen, they put a right shift in, and like I say, we go home disappointed for other reasons, really.
And you would think that those three players in that lineup today all making their Football League debuts, the more experience they get, the more they learn to play with different teammates. There's some great quality crosses into the box today that on another day Emil Aqua might have been on the end of, knowing playing with his teammates more. That can only get better. Yeah,
I thought he was outstanding. Listen, he gives us what we haven't had in recent times. That presence up there, that's what he's about. He's a big man, and you get the ball up to him. He makes defence uncomfortable. It sticks, and he can score. He showed that at clubs he's been at before. That's why he gets a big move to the SPL for what he did at Barrow. So we're really, really pleased to have him in with us, and he'll be better for having 75 minutes with us today. And listen, it's onwards and upwards. We've got to stay positive, and we go into next week's home game at Gillingham in a really. It's hard to be really positive at the minute as we stand because we've lost a game of football, but we'll pick the lads up this week and we'll be around to go come Saturday.
Thank you for your time.
Cheers, thanks.